Hello. Hello and welcome to this Guinness Draft review examination on my alternate channel, Anti-War. I was looking at all the NFL games, and the Chicago missed a field goal in overtime, so then Miami went down and made a field goal. They couldn't show the last 2 minutes because they said, according to NFL rules, there's only a certain time period they can go and show the rest of another game, so that was irritating. But anyway, my picks weren't so good today. I picked the Giants Thursday. Of course, they lost to Philadelphia. I don't know. I just had a feeling New York would win. That was a terrible pick. And then they have a receiver who's insane. Well, I don't say he's insane. He probably knows. He probably doesn't hear voices or see things or is delusional, but he's, let's say he has emotional problems. He has mental problems. And they're becoming worse. Tampa Bay lost to Atlanta. I picked Atlanta. Chicago lost to Miami. I picked Miami, so that actually helped me. Pittsburgh beat Cincinnati, but I had picked the Bengals. But I should know better. Marvin Lewis, right? Don't go with them. Cleveland, I picked them to beat the Chargers. Los Angeles won easily. Seattle beat Oakland. Everybody picked Seattle. Minnesota beat Arizona. I picked Minnesota. Indianapolis lost to the Jets. I did pick the Jets. My competitor, Cartwright picked Indianapolis. But Cartwright's beat me by about 3 games here on the season. Carolina lost to Washington, and we both picked Carolina. And Buffalo lost to Houston, but we both did pick Houston. Buffalo. The Bills always show promise, but yet then in the end of the day, they never live up to it. They go to 4 Super Bowls in a row and lose. Back, you might remember those days. Okay, so here we go. Guinness Draft. It's this ostrich glass, ostrich can. I mean, he's got like a glass in his neck. He's a beer handle, I guess. 12-ounce can. Well, this is actually a 14.9-ounce can, but in a 12-ounce can, you would get 125 calories. So we're looking at more calories here. That's a low-calorie beer, 125. That's nearing light beer. And in fact, lighter than some beers that are called light. And open the can and wait a moment for the nitrogen to release. Pour into a glass tilted at 45 degrees. Watch the surge and settle, and then enjoy. So they're telling you how to pour it. And as Bush said, go straight in. Aggressive. These people here, Guinness, Diageo, is saying, no, don't do it. Pasteurized stout. So it's pasteurized. It's not a true draft because true draft beer is unpasteurized. Our legendary Guinness Draft Stout in a collectible can. Just got a scratch on it. I wouldn't collect it anyway. I only collect American cans. So celebrating the famed Guinness campaigns of the 1930s and 1950s. Okay, let's see if I can make this out. 188th day of 2018. Not the freshest thing. But I got it on sale at Albertsons, $7.99. $7.99 for the 4-pack. I could have gotten here, but it had been 50 cents. Whoops. I'm not doing the 45-degree angle. Okay, it's a tan head, but it's going to settle up. It's going to cascade up to a cream-colored beige head. Introduced in 1959. They used to say 1958, but they must have done more research because their website now says developed in 1959 Guinness Draft. You say, no, Guinness has been around since the 1700s. Yeah. But not the draft version. It was just they used to have, they call it 1759. They used to call it Guinness Porter. Okay. Then it was Stout Porter. Stout is a type of porter. And they had the Foreign Extra Stout, which they still have, and now they have all these variants. We don't get the Foreign Extra Stout around here anymore. I don't even think they carry it at Martin Wine Cellar, which is a shame because that's one of the great extra strong stout beers. But, you know, these things get chased off the shelf by Louisiana local brands. And if they're not selling, why have it? But I've had the foreign extra enough times, I guess. Well, the aroma is, you can see all that milky foam. The aroma is, and it's got such heavy glass lacing. Incredible. It's like a sheen of cream. It's mild chocolate, mild coffee, mild roasted malt. It's the malts doing it. They use water, barley malt, hops, and yeast. Some people say they use some sour beer in there. Some, they don't really talk about the ingredients. They might use corn, flaked maize. It established itself as a top-selling Guinness beer with a lightning speed. They talk about the draft. Drinkers were instantly drawn to its complexity. Its bold combination of flavors made a lasting impression. Guinness Draft was an unparalleled success. Guinness Nitro IPA. I like that one, but it's not around here anymore. Blonde Lager, yes, still coming in. Extra Stout, well, yeah. Foreign Extra, yeah. Well, not anymore. Not in Louisiana. Kind of died out. Dublin Porter, West Indies, that came around for a little while and disappeared. Rye Paleo, that was around for a little while and disappeared. Antwerpen, same story. Golden Ale, same story. Irish Wheat, same story. So, I mean, Guinness might be super popular where you live, but I don't think it's like really super popular in Louisiana anymore. 10 years ago, yeah, it was considered almost like a craft beer, but now, you know, everybody's running after this, running after that. So it just fluctuates. And with a lot of people, you know, they'll say it's so yesterday. I mean, I'm not dying to pay $2 a can, to tell you the truth. The art of brewing Guinness. Let's see. Then you talk about the widget. I think the widget was actually developed by Boddington's in 1992. The widget, but and everybody quickly adopted it. It's all about the barley. We've got the hands. We've got bonds with farmers spanning 3 generations. Yeah, it's the same thing with Anheuser-Busch. They've been dealing with some of the same farming families for over 100 years. They just have a special relationship. It begins with the barley. Irish soil, malted. It's not an easy grain to grow. This malted barley forms a foundation. Water heated. I'm trying to see if they're adding anything else. Talking about how they get it so hot, 232 degrees Celsius. Any hotter, the barley catches fire. They bring it up as hot as they can get without catching fire. Hops. You'll find twice the amount in Guinness compared to most beers. Just double the hops means double the flavor. There's no doubt about it. Guinness has hops that give it almost like a dry flavor. It's a dry beer. Oh, what a classic beer. Yeast, they talk about their yeast. Okay, they're not talking about any flaked maize or. Okay. Now, the strange thing at the bottom of this website, they're saying thebar.com. Thebar.com. Now, frequently asked questions. This might sometimes give you more information. Give us a cue, we'll give you an answer. The bar. Okay. This is all whiskey, vodka, tequila, gin, rum, and I don't know why there's a link. I don't know why there's a link to a liquor website for Diageo. Myers Rum, Captain Morgan Parrot Bay, the Naked Turtle White Rum, Captain. If I ever try rum, Zacapa rum, Captain Morgan Parrot Bay. If I ever try rum, and I like sugar, I like brown sugar, I like molasses, so I don't know why I wouldn't. I would try Myers. Okay, Myers first, I do believe, because Myers is one of the really old brands. This Jamaican rum brand began in 1879 when Jamaica was still a colony. Well, of course, Jamaica was a British colony until 1962, and it's still a Commonwealth realm. Queen Elizabeth is still the Queen of Jamaica. Founder Fred L. Myers. His rum uses Jamaican molasses and is produced from continuous and pot still distillation. So it's a blend like a lot of whiskeys, column still, and then pots, copper pot still. Then matured for up to 4 years in white oak barrels. The original dark rum. Dark and light rums are distinguished by their strong flavors, particularly the molasses or caramel overtones. This is considered a grade darker than any dark rum. Myers Original Dark. Swillengrog came down here and he made a point to buy Myers. Only problem is most stores sell it in that stinking rotten plastic bottle, $7.50 or $1.75. I might go to International Market, see if they got old bottles, glass bottles. Yeah, a lot of calories, 404 calories. Oh, 96 calories for a 0.6 ounce serving. I don't understand all that. I don't drink a lot anyway. People say you don't. Not enough to brag on. They say now vegans can enjoy Guinness. Oh, goody. Are other Guinness variants suitable for vegans now? Original Extra Stout and Foreign Extra Stout are now suitable for vegans. Oh, goody. Did you have to change a recipe to make it suitable for vegans? No. What are the key ingredients in Guinness? Roasted barley malt. Okay, roasted malted barley, hops, yeast, and water. What is a widget? Why is Guinness black? It's not actually black, it's dark ruby red. Why is the head creamy white? How should it be poured? Should Guinness in bottles be poured? How should Guinness in bottles be poured? Is it from the River Liffey? No. How many countries is it sold in? Over 100 countries worldwide. How much Guinness is sold? Can I buy? Tell me how I can visit the home of Guinness. Venice. Oh, I can't speak. Visit the home of Guinness. Oh, it's a visitor center. Yeah, it's one of those you know what? It's one of those phony baloney visitor centers. You don't get to go see the distillery or the brewery, depending on what you're going to see, liquor or beer. It's like we went to Genesee, man. We go over there and you don't get to see the brewery. They have this little boutique showcase brewery. I was very disgusted with that. It's like I drove all this way to come to Rochester. Now, the Chinese restaurant had very good food. I'll admit that. But then, I mean, I can get good Chinese food in New Orleans, so in Metairie and in Kenner, especially Kenner at Fongs, which the video still exists on my main page. So if I go to a brewery, I want to see the brewery. You know, I don't want to see an experience. Like Jim Beam, I think you don't get to go see the distillery. You get to the Jim Beam experience. Oh, wow. I'm so excited. Why wouldn't I just look at a website? And now Sazerac in New Orleans is opening the Sazerac experience. Well, okay, they don't have any distilleries around. Now, somebody I talked to claimed they did on Esplanade Avenue. I said, what are you talking about? Oh, yeah, they have a distillery on Esplanade. I said, I didn't believe it. I said, are you sure? Because that seemed totally bizarre to me. But I know they have the huge warehouse. Sazerac has a huge warehouse. Okay, fine. But, you know, when you go to Sazerac, you see the actual distilling operations. When you go to Jack Daniels, you see the distilling operations, although you got to pay $17, which is a total ripoff. You go to Anheuser-Busch, you can take the $25 tour. That's a lot of money. They do give you a lot of beer, though, because I guess they feel guilty. They do give you a glass. They do give you a cap. They let you drink out the agent tank, and the tour is 2 hours. They show you all around, well, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. I don't know. After you drink the beer, it's 2 hours. But you get to go to the laboratory where they're testing the beer. I mean, it's worth it. It's not like you're going to do it all the time anyway. This beer is so dynamite. It's dry, though. Ooh, whoa, a dry stout. Now, you might prefer a sweet stout. That's fine. I would like those, too. Ooh, I got the envie to go buy that Myers rum. But I'm going to wait at least till tomorrow. No. I do want to buy it, though. Okay, so the mouthfeel is light, as you would imagine. It's such a light beer. And the finish is dry. Now, people say Guinness is so heavy. No, not Guinness Draft. You're thinking of Guinness Extra Stout. You can't stand the spoon up in it anyway. Maybe the foreign Extra Stout, not really, but kind of thick and kind of awesome. The Guinness Stout is kind of awesome. The Guinness Draft is kind of awesome. The Guinness American Lager is kind of awesome. The Guinness Black Lager is kind of awesome. The Guinness Nitro IPA is kind of awesome. The Guinness, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera is kind of awesome. You say, you're just a shill for big corporate companies because Guinness is owned by Diageo and they are a corporate company. I realize that. I don't care, okay? All right? You can battle against the corporations while you drive your GMC. Your GMC SUV and wear your corporate produced clothes and eat your corporate food and drink your corporate cappuccino and use your corporate internet and do your corporate social media and go to your corporate hospitals and fight the corporations. You could do that. I'm not part of your struggle. I'm not. This is anti-war. This channel is anti-war, not anti-commerce. Oh, boy. Well, we come to the end. Do you want to drink a wonderful beer for $2 a can? I mean wonderful, like classic, like a classic. For 60 years. Well, they used to say 1958, so this would have been the 60th anniversary. Okay, so maybe in what is it going to be, 2019? I remember they used to talk about 1980, like, I thought in 1980 it would be like flying cars. Then they say, no, year 2000, that's the year when the computers take over the world and they have flying cars. No, but I remember going to the world of the world of tomorrow at Disney World in 1976. It was like this futuristic exhibition, you know, like this is what the world will look like in the year 2000, something like that. You know, it was kind of like wrong because they didn't know what it would look like, but there was a lot of truth to it. Like you could order groceries from your home, it would be delivered. Well, you could do that, you know, now. Home computers, you get on a computer and you can order groceries and have food made. But then, like some of these 1960s videos are way far ahead of what we have the ability to do today. Like they were showing the world of tomorrow with computers, like in the year 1999 or 2000, and they were showing how you could just punch in the computer and then your food would be made. So they kind of overreached, like was like way too far ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not there. They overcompensated. They didn't overcompensate. They overestimated. That's the word. I knew it was some kind of multi-syllabic word. They overestimated the advances, but it's okay. It's just predictions. Prediction. All right. Thanks for watching this Guinness Draft. review, and I would give it a solid A. It's an A. It's a classic. It's a most excellent beer. Do you like excellent beers? I do. And I want to try that Myers. And there's a platinum too. It's like a white. I'm not there. I'm not ready for that yet. I'm not ready for that in my life.